Alright, welcome back to part 3. I was going to do the fill, but during the inspection we found the reserve tank was completely empty, and I found coolant leaking out of it. And I'm suspecting that one time somebody put some water in there, and pretty much we got down to about 12 degrees and the tank froze and cracked. So we called O'Reilly's, and oddly enough, Dorman makes the replacement in this big old box.
They see a box.
Yes, it's a big box, because, well, wait till I show you the size of the reserve tank. But part number 603571.
Yikes. Imagine if you forgot to...
That's how big the reserve tank is.
It has the hose here, and it has the cap here, and it's kind of big, and it's also heavy.
Yeah, and it's not easy to change either.
No.
That's a big tank. That sucker holds a lot. If Dorman makes a part for a vehicle, it's because there's a lot of them out there that need it. Dorman just doesn't produce parts just because. There has to be a need, demand, and that's what we usually see with Dorman. And when I see easily available parts, yeah, I know this is going to be a common issue with these Dodges. It is what it is. Obviously without it we can't proceed because I need that tank to bleed this particular system out. So Kevin has already done me the luxuries of breaking half of his tabs. He actually wanted to do without this thing, but I will tell you there's actually a purpose for this. So
What's that?
well, it controls airflow this way,
Uh-huh.
and if you take this off, you're going to upset the airflow you need to cool the transmission cooler. Power steering actually has a cooler on here, the air conditioning, and then you're going to affect flow into the radiator via the electric fan and the fan clutch. So you need this.
I bet.
This simply pops up.
Yikes.
I'm going to push that off to the side because I don't want to break the last one. And somewhere in here is going to be a couple bolts to get at.
Yeah,
I
where are
don't
they?
normally have to replace coolant tanks, so this one's kind of
Oh, here
a
we
trip. I don't want to have to take this front grill off.
You're probably going to have to.
I don't see...
Yay.
I don't see what I'd want to see, which is easy access bolts. Yeah, we're cheating today.
Uh-huh, yeah, until you break it.
Yeah, it ain't my truck, I don't care.
Oh.
Well, the good thing is the grill moves easy.
It's not my truck. Girl does move easy, but you need to get it all off.
Well, you know, previous generation of Ram, the grill's up here. That was a bad design. You always hit your head.
Well, now it's down below. Time to zippy zoop. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was too easy.
Yeah, so something's not going right.
Oh.
I told you! I told you!
Alright, so before we take this reserve tank out, I do want to show you where it's leaking.
Okay.
So I've got coolant here from the bottom of the tank, but if you look right there, it's all wet. And it's not me being sloppy. And there's a crack right there. Yeah. I was wondering. That's quite a bit there. Gotta tell this kid not to drive so damn hard, huh? But actually the bigger part of the crack is right here at the bottom. It happens. Alright, looks like it's going to be 210 mils.
So it is easy.
Yeah, except for this bolt down here. You just can't.
Trench it.
There's only 2 bolts to hold this in. You're going to need an extension. You're going to swivel to do this. Alright, tank is out. That's half the battle. There's a pretty long hose system here. So we'll pull the hose out from the radiator.
Ooh.
Yeah, still got a little coolant left in her.
Alright, and right there. And it's out. It says it's padding too fast. Where's the hose?
The hose is here, but the crack is right here.
Where? Right there?
Yeah, you can see the wetness marks.
Yeah. Also, this right here is cut open to keep whatever was inside. They don't need that. You don't need that.
Yeah, you don't need that. This is kind of a chintzy design, in my opinion.
It's crap.
Well, yeah, because now anytime you go to pull on this, it's going to pull out.
I just hold it and...
No, it's not. That's not the issue. All right, let's not touch it. Let's not breathe on it.
All right.
It's good. All right.
You hear that? Gun.
Clunk. All right, put your 10 mils back in.
Well then.
Yeah, it's the first time I've used this wobble socket. There's a little bit to be desired.
Always is. Looking good, man.
It's dead. Put a fork in it.
What happened?
Okay, so it doesn't come with that, so you have to reuse that for your tank. Yeah.
Aftermarket. Of course they don't give you one.
But let's, for lolly kicks and giggles, let's fill it up and see how much it can take.
Probably not a lot.
Well,
Doesn't look like it.
we have a max line of right here. So our fill line is to there. Interesting. Much this thing takes a half a gallon.
Well, fill it up. Where's your dropper?
I need this tooling right here in a bit.
I'll just hold it.
You just hold it.
Yeah.
Might as well fill it to where I can see the level anyway.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like magenta pink.
Yes, this is their version of Deck School. Wow. Damn near half a gallon that thing holds. Alright, let's check our plastic dipstick. I never thought I'd see the day where we actually use a dipstick to check a reserve tank. Alright, so we know the reserve tank is full cold. We're good there. So,
It's supposed to be that full, or?
yeah, it's supposed to be that full.
What do you have to replace? Like, how much do you have to... I mean...
This is not something that you normally have to do, but if you see Dorman apart, if you see a Dorman part, you know right there, it's something that gets replaced a lot. So, it is one of those things.
How many times do you have to make it? How do you have to put...
Well, the other thing is, they didn't change the fluid out when they did the... Well, whoever changed the fluid on this, they did a good job on this side, the engine side, but they didn't bother to change this tank out. And it wasn't that bad to remove this grill.
Well, how long do you have to... Or how many times do you have to refill this thing, like, at a daily...
Okay, so my rule of thumb is, if you have no problems with your cooling system, you shouldn't have to top this off but maybe once a year. Okay, if you're topping this thing off once a month, once a week, it's going somewhere. Now, Kevin just told me he swears it was full before he dropped the truck off.
It wasn't full.
But when I popped it and looked, it was down here because the crack was right in here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, put this beastie thing back in. I didn't know I was doing auto body work today.
Too bad this is a plastic grill.
Alright, just make sure it ain't gonna come out the bottom and mess up body lines.
Look, see?
We don't want anybody to know we were in there until they look down and see the white reserve tank.
Was it in there?
Oh, it's in there.
Because it's supposed to line up with the headlight.
Yeah, and it does.
Yeah. That one didn't go in.
No, there's a little bit of rust up here.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah, watch till it breaks the bolt and the grill comes off. Alright, time to put the folly back on.
Alright, we're going to be using our handy dandy coolant burping system.
I bet. Yeah, I can get it on.
Okay, so we won't have any leaks. Now,
Yes.
the purpose of this is pretty much, there's a giant air bubble that's going to be in this engine, and as the engine gets hot and the air bubble grows, it tries to flow coolant back up this way. Years before, when I didn't have this set up, you know, basically you'd flow a bunch of coolant out, and then thermostat open, you'd pour a bunch in, you'd have a great mess, and that's just not something you really want to do. As I get older, I think about those things. A1, coolant, you can slip on and, you know, hurt yourself, and already having a back problem, don't need to make that worse. But number two, it's really bad for the environment. It's not something that we want. But being replaced, both hoses and a thermostat, there's going to be a giant air bubble. This happens with every engine. I don't care, Ford, Dodge, Chevy, Nissan, doesn't matter. It's all the same.